never walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. About to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. What's up, Fleece? How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good and I'm feeling good.
I see you sharp as a tack.
Oh man, yeah, man. I dress up on occasions, man, just to do special things.
Well, you actually taught me something today, feeding the homeless people. That feeling you get when you I've helped a lot of people, but I never actively went out here and I done gave homeless people money, but I never fed them. So you bought some pizza and we went and fed them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 10 boxes of pizza, pepperoni and cheese from Little Caesar. But here's the point. I've been trying to help people all my life. And I believe that's what took me through a lot. My mama used to say it about me all the time. And then when I used to rob people, the dope men, to throw away the dope, I used to give the money to the ladies down on the projects, the mamas and stuff. And so in penitentiary, look at that. I was a paralegal and I helped a lot of people get out of prison. And then that big lawsuit helped all the prisoners. And now I'm out here in society trying to help stop people from getting in trouble going to prison, man, by telling them my prison story. And today, I fed a whole lot of homeless people, and they was happy, boy. And I wasn't giving them like 1 or 2 pieces. I was asking them, how many you want?
I thought that was how humble I'm thinking they're going to be greedy and want the whole pizza, 5 pieces. Most of them said 2 pieces.
Yeah, but I gave more than that. And
I wonder why so many of them just said 2.
They say they polite. And they just like, look at it. Here's a homeless person. Some of them was bigger than me. Look like they could just take my money. But them homeless people, they just say, hey, can I get some change or a couple of dollars? And a lot of people comp attitudes over there. I don't see why you comping the attitude. You should feel blessed because you know what? They don't have to ask you for nothing. They can take a brick and bust your head open, right? They can snatch your purse. They can knock you down and take your stuff. But they rather ask. And I would rather a person ask than try to take. And so I had a good day feeding them, and they got food. They had Gatorade and pizza, and they blessed us.
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing. They blessed us.
Once you do it, it makes you want to do it again.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so
I don't have an attitude when somebody asks me for something. I'm on the comp attitude. Why don't you go get a job? All that man, come on, man. The people ask because they need it. I ain't got nothing to do with why they don't have it, why they ended up in that situation. It ain't for me to even dive off into. I got an opportunity to show love, man. To show the love that God has put in me to show and distribute to other people. Love, man. Love in my heart. So anybody want to talk about booty man, hey, you know what? Who you happy?
So how was like I said, you wanted to do it, not just
yeah, I wanted to do it, and I felt good doing it. I understand their situation, man. I understand.
To understand what the homeless part or nobody being in your corner.
I understand all of it. I understand the fact that I ask myself, is I'm able to love somebody? Is there anything in this world I can say I actually would care about and show love to? See, people don't ask themselves that. Are you able to love? You know, you got people that got the money to go buy a couple boxes of pizzas and go feed somebody. They ain't gonna do it. They got this fear in them. What if the person disrespect me, I try to rob me? Come on, man. Don't let fear be the factor that stop you from showing love, man. It ain't stopped me. You know, we had reports before we went to feed the homeless that somebody down there had a gun.
On the homeless people.
Yeah, but that didn't deter us from going down there and feeding them. You know, I ain't got nothing to do with it if somebody did have it.
Well, I had one too, so.
You know, I'm not going down there but to do one thing, to show love, to feed somebody. This is what God put in my heart. You know, somebody.
You know, another thing I thought was cool. Once people got their pizza, they went and told the other homeless people that it was food. It's food over there.
Yeah, and a lot of them came, and all of them got fed.
You don't think about that. You know, I'm thinking you're gonna be selfish, greedy. I ain't gonna tell nobody about that pizza because I can go over and get me some more.
Yeah, go get some more.
But they was complete opposite.
Yeah, they came and they thanked us and blessed us. And you can see the appreciation in their face, man, because they wasn't expecting this. And what I'm saying, hey, brothers, you made my day. You really made my day. Thank you, oh, bless you. Yeah, and so, you know, it ain't nothing but pizza. But you think about all the people that got all them hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, man, they can put a lot of smiles on a lot of people's face. And it won't even hurt their pocket. Why they won't do it, I don't know. I ain't judging them either. They got their reasons. But me, give me a couple $100 million, it's gonna be a lot of smiles on a lot of people's faces. I guarantee you that.
You'll help them?
Yeah, I help them. Cause look, it's simple. If I had a 300 million right now, buy me a little house, 5-bedroom, basement, good brick house, good foundation, good windows, strong doors. You can't get in there. Ain't no climbing through the window, none of that shit. I have it fixed up, nice patio in the back, swimming pool. Car, truck, motorcycle, 3-wheelers, and might get a boat. After that, make sure I got enough money in the bank to take care of emergencies and
maintain what you got.
Yeah, and to be able to keep what I got, pay taxes and stuff. And after I'm done with all that and got that covered, I'm coming to help somebody. I got all this money. For what? That's why I don't see why America could have got in the situation it's in right now. Debt. You know, this country, people done pull gold and coal and oil and everything out of the grounds of this country without realizing what you done pulled out of the grounds of America belongs to America. You know, most of it's supposed to go into the country. You found it belongs to America. Your gold that you found, your oil, your coal came out of the grounds and mountains of this country, right? And by all rights, it belongs to America. But you got people that are taking stuff instead of using it to help the country, stay out of debt and all this stuff, take personal use, get selfish, and only help themselves. And if Donald Trump really want to do something, that's what he should have had it done. He should have made people realize that whatever you take out of this country, I mean, I look at the Statue of Liberty, I mean, it's just a statue, and I don't do idol worship, none of that stuff. But when I think of that Statue of Liberty, that lady statue, I think of the country. I think of that statue, if it was alive, what it would be saying right now, right? I'm filthy. Look at me. I'm dirty. I'm filthy. I'm infested with crime and corruption, drugs, this and that. And look at all the people stealing from me. They taking all my gold, all my oil, all my coal, and they not using it to beautify me, to clean up my debt. And so I'm against all that. But what I did today, feeding these homeless people, you know, I can't feed them all because I don't have that resource. But I really, really enjoyed it and want to do more. I want to do a lot more of it. And the smiles I've seen on their faces. And what you got there?
I want to ask you about, have you been following the Diddy case?
Yeah.
Like?
A little of it.
A little of it? What you think about it?
Man, what I think about it is this. It's going to get real oily and sloppy in that courtroom and in jail cell. This right here is going to become a reality. This baby oil. Hey, this is all they seeing now. The jury, Diddy, he knows, man, look, you got a freak. You put in a prison around freaks. It's going to be a real freak off.
But you think he's going to get off?
I know he ain't, but I hope he do. He's not, man. When they get done with him, he got more than a handful of people. He got some power. He got people in the background that we ain't even heard about. I know they out there. In the background, people that got big money want him out of the way. They want him out of the way. And you got a lot of persecution stuff going on in this country, man. And whoever put themselves out there, that's who they coming for, man. And if you can't defend yourself, you're going down. And this man here, this is going to be reality. You know, it's going to hit him hard. Now we see him in his true colors coming to court. He can't put that dye in his beard no more.
Hold on now, you dyed yours.
Yeah, I dyed mine. I said he can't. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, why it sound like you knocking him because he was dying?
No, I'm saying we get to see who he is now. How he really look. All that gray everywhere. And see, he's going to see that himself. Every time he look in the mirror in his cell, or in the shower, wherever they got the mirrors at, he ain't gonna like what he see, man. But he got that insatiable taste in him for sex. It ain't gonna go away. You know, it's gonna get stronger in our boy.
Why you think he used to like watching his woman have sex with another man?
Well, it's a fetish, a fetish.
Yeah.
And some people got fetish, all kinds of fetishes, butt fetish, feet fetish, all kinds of, you know, that's his fetish. And how he developed it, I don't know. But it could have came from all sorts of, he done saw something in his family. Maybe he saw his mama and his daddy fucking, you know, and it turned him on, right?
I think his mother might have owned, when he was young, might have owned some type of, I mean, I could be wrong, some type of whole house, brothel, something.
He done saw somebody get wasted, and instead of, and they knew he was looking. and they let him look and watch them get drilled. And I don't know how he developed all that. He's just evil, man. Even let some evil get inside of him that where he's not in control now. He's not even in control. And so
it's a lot of people.
I wish he would get him acquitted. I do, man, 'cause I think it's stupid. If I was a judge, I would not let nothing that ignorant come in my courtroom. Little ignorant stuff where somebody went to a party and claimed that at the party, all these grown people, that this man was doing him, and they was consenting to it.
And they kept coming to the party.
And they kept coming to the party. This ain't nothing that just happened one day. It's stuff been happening. Same people, same crowd. And every now and then they get new memos come in. But somebody had it gunned in for him because he's getting too powerful and his mouth is getting too bad and he's getting too big-headed. You know, he failed to realize those people got more money than you, more power, more connected with resources that can take you down. See, he wasn't looking at all that. And they use that one girl, Jaguar White, you know, but they don't, it's bigger than her. The people in the real background, they want him out of the way. You don't even hear them or see them. And they got that type of power and money. You know, so I hope he get acquitted because you got other people in this country, white people, committing all these crimes, even murder, and not being held accountable. And the white people in this country, yeah, they all for that.
So, well, I got a comment. Somebody said they feel like you got something against white people.
Man, I got something against anybody that got something against the people of this world, right? Without reasons. I got a lot of white friends. I got white people in my family. I got white friends that I would fight side by side with. They can call me right now and say they going to war with whoever and I'll be there. Ain't no question about it. But the ones, what we fail to realize when we usually speak of a race, we will say white people without singling, without breaking it down to who we really talking about, right? And that's a mistake on my part. But I got a lot of white friends. I got white friends that I die for, die over, you know, for real. And we that tight. And so, no, I ain't got nothing against white people. I got something against the bad white people, the ones that is corrupted. And that's the ones I should have talked about, right? See, my mind I know all the history, right? I don't need nobody to tell me about slavery, this and that, because I knew during slavery, all white people wasn't for slavery. There was a whole lot of families, millions of them in this country, that was against that slavery stuff. And when the protests and stuff against it came about, they used to kiss their families and tell them, I might not make it back, but I'm going in this protest with these blacks. And then white people is like, if they catch you with the blacks, they gonna kill you too. And they knew it. And they sacrificed their life to go out there and stand against that. So I do know all white people ain't bad. And to get this out of the way, let me say something to the world, to the whole world. Let me solve a problem that nobody wants to ever speak on. I'm the first to ever say this.
Well, you the first.
Yeah, I'm going to be the first.
It's impossible.
Well, I'm going to say it, then you tell me.
All right.
When you do the history background check on every race that ever inhabited this earth, and you do your background trace on their history, what type of people they were, what type of atrocity did they commit, evils and sin, what was their sins and evils and corruptions and crime. There ain't a race on this earth can say that their race has not been evil, sinful, corrupt. No race on this earth can say it. Can't no race on this earth say they never enslaved somebody. Even blacks had slaves. They got them right now. They do slave trades right now. They got white people, slave Koreans, Chinese. They got all kinds of atrocities was committed over in Africa with blacks. Killing blacks, eating them and all this stuff, beating them, chopping their heads and their arms and stuff off. They still doing certain rituals over there. You got the Chinese that did a lot of stuff. The ones in Britain, chopping off heads and burning people. Careers, and every army done did evil. So I can't sit here and say white people is evil and black people ain't. There's black people evil. Whole bunch of them. Whole bunch of white evil people. Whole bunch of evil people in Russia, Germany, France, any country you can name. So, getting that out of the way, can't nobody talk about nobody. You white people, y'all, okay, move them aside. Let's talk about the black people. What have we done? Man, they so ignorant over, they still got countries over that still take baths in crocodile water, infested water. Well, they got to take a head of an arm of a dead animal, throw it down the creek when they make a splash, and all the things run to it. They tell their kids, come on, y'all, hurry up. They gonna splash that dirty water all over them, and they clean. They still got that over. They got countries over that's still ignorant. The richest continent on earth, and they live in filth. And they doing a lot of evils over there. And then when you think about all the killings over here that black people are doing in this country, nobody want to talk about that. What is it good? They killing up their community, destroying, just killing each other.
That's why nobody's talking about it, because we killing ourselves.
Yeah. And, but...
Who wants to fix that?
But now, you got the same black people going in churches, and they want to talk about everybody except their black community. The white people this, and you know white Donald Trump this. What about what y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I mean, you know, so whoever thinks I got something against white people, I got something against all people that I feel ain't living righteous. Them type of people. You know, if I got something against somebody, that's who I have it against, and they come in all colors. So, I'm sorry if somebody thought that, but it ain't the way it is. I got white people I love, man. You know, I mean, actually love. For real. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I'm going to tell you what's going on. I want you to look at me. Look me right in the face right now. Picture yourself.
Oh, Lord.
Picture yourself.
Big bacon head.
In a cell with me. Yeah. Put you in a cell with me.
In the 80s. 70s, 80s or something.
Right now. Like this.
I don't think nobody gonna be worried about you right now. You're almost 70 years old.
Oh, yeah, they'll worry about it.
And they seen what that YN did to you, so that you lost a lot of credibility.
No, forget that. You in a cell with me right now. Look at me. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you.
What face is that?
That's the face going to make you drop them drawers.
And
Quick.
that ain't gonna scare you.
Oh, yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. And here's the first thing I'm gonna do. I ain't playing about this, man. What's up, man? What you gonna say?
The sky?
Hey, look. What, you some type of tough guy or something?
No, I'm just answering your question.
Well, try not to answer nothing. Shut the hell up.
Man, if you don't go kill yourself.
Pow. That's what it's on. It's on. It's on, nigga. It's on. I'm gonna show you how much strength I got and all this stuff, right? I ain't gonna try to hurt you or nothing, but I'm gonna show you. And then I'm gonna say, you done, man?
What if he gets the best of you? See,
everything is... Okay, that's a good one. I'm gonna tell you what. I went through an experience like that in that prison. I had a fight with somebody, and it was one of them things where he thought he gonna get the best of me, but I got the best of him. I'm on top of him. He done rolled over on his stomach. And, I'm like, bam, like that. And don't you know what he did?
He laughed?
No, he arched his booty in the air.
Well, I don't understand.
Look, you got freaks in that prison that they freak to this extent. They not gonna lose. The only way they'll lose is you gotta cut their throat. Now, if he's going for your booty and you actually get him on the ground, every time you hit him, you probably think you hurting him. But you are sexually arousing him. They that type of freaks tonight.
Like to be beat.
They want you to beat them and whoop them. It turns them on. And when you realize that, I mean, it's like, what can I do?
Well, it just tells me you're not knocking them unconscious then. Your punch is not hard enough.
Man, however you do it, they gonna come back. If you don't kill them, they gonna come back and follow you. They gonna make you whoop them until you make love to them. That type of stuff. I told somebody, I said, prison out here, out in society, everything get modernized. Like, society done modernized from the caveman days to now. Everything is different. The mindset done grow. The man done modern, it done evolved over generations. The man done got, evolved into where it's at now, where we got technology and all this stuff. Prison got a society where they evolve. See, from the days where they used to have regular sex, bend you over, poke you in the butt. Then it went from bend you over to getting head. They get head off of you, they good.
Because they think it doesn't mean they're gay. They just.
But as the man, the sexual mind frame involved in prison is at this point now. They want to kiss you. They want to stick their tongue in your mouth. And big old nasty Kool-Aid stained, coffee stained tongues with Jack Mac where he done been eating sardines and all this shit. And he wants to kiss you. See, that's where they at now. Stick their tongue in your mouth and in your butt. Now, you feel, well, if I go to prison, all he gonna do is bend me over. They not on that no more. They own the booty hole. The booty hole, that's what they own right now. They want a tongue up their booty and to put one up yours. That's what type of freak stuff they do in prison now. So if you go to prison now, you think, hey, let me tell you what. A horror movie, I done seen a whole bunch of them. I can't even think of one horror movie that is more horrifying than what I seen in them prisons, the one I was in. I seen some horrifying stuff up in there that is unforgettable. And that's why I come out here and share y'all my experience, what I went through. Not glorifying nothing. Letting you know straight up what's waiting on anybody that wants to go break the laws, get in trouble, and go to prison. I'm letting you know straight up what's waiting on you.
You know, another question people want to ask?
What's
people
that?
ask, why is your hair so long?
I'm going to tell you why my hair is so long. When I was little, I had a natural, something else I went through. I had a natural, I said my forehead was right here to my hairline. You know, I came out real nice. And God made me perfect. And I had perfect teeth, everything. But this girl in the projects, she was like, I think I was around about 8, and she was like 13. And she had a dill pickle. And I came out on the porch, I said, give me a bite. She said, no. I said, Mama, you called me? And reached up and snatched that pickle. And I ate it. But that girl took a tricycle, a little baby tricycle, and popped me right in the forehead with that.
And it grew another forehead over top of it.
You better believe it. It did something. But that happened, and I remember going to the hospital, and they were telling my mama and them, don't let him close his eyes because he might not wake up. That's the last I can remember on the situation. Then for some reason, I'm better. But that never went down. And so...
So I wonder if it messed up your mental.
No, it didn't mess up nothing. And because my mental is like this. For my actions, I blame me. It ain't my mama. It ain't being molested. It ain't being prison. The things I did that I consider wrong, sinful, corrupt, is things I chose to do. Even though I felt influenced to do it, I felt provoked to do it, I felt I didn't have no other choice to do it, I still rely on the fact that I did it. It ain't Adam and Eve thing where the lady blamed the serpent, the husband blamed his wife, and all that stuff. They all got punished. When you know right from wrong and you chose to do wrong, you know, you to blame. You know, if somebody tell me not to go out here and steal, not go out and steal, I can't blame the government. Man, I stole because I had to. No, I didn't have to. I chose to. It don't matter how many whippings my family, parents gave me, how they treated me growing up as a child, I still know right from wrong. And if I chose the wrong path, I put that on me.
Yeah, you did. You definitely chose the wrong path.
And I put that on me. I am not blaming nobody, but I do know there's a devil. See, I know the root of all the evils in the world is traced back to the devil. And that's a reality and it's real facts. And it's just the way it is, though. But
we had a conversation one day, and you said we was talking about something you was offered in prison that you regret taking. Do you remember that conversation?
no. But I always say this. I had no time for regrets in prison. I'm living, I'm fighting battles. I got guards trying to kill me. I'm fighting inmates, and I got some of them want to kill me. So I don't get visits. I ain't got no family coming to see me, all that stuff. So I chose to fight and defend. And do I regret it? No. No, I don't. 'Cause I believe that the evils that I did away with in that prison system, the only way you could have fought that evil was the way I fought it.
Why? Because you would have stayed there, you would have what? Did something worse than
No,
auto theft?
I ain't talking about out in the streets now. You got kids growing up. Nobody put no knowledge in them. Parents tell them, go play. Get out of my face. I'm trying to lay down. Go. And they spend all day just trying to figure out what life's about. They learn it from the wrong people. And that's how a lot of stuff get the way it is now. The right people ain't talking to them. These kids are smart too. But
Why you say they're smart?
they smart, they intelligent. They got more resources than we had growing up as kids. You know.
Yeah, what about common sense though?
They don't have it.
Where's that lacking coming from?
This is what I said. Don't nobody want to talk to them. Nobody want to take out time to sit there and teach them. Teach them. You know, you got parents that tell their kids stuff like, yeah, this boy was messing with, well, if somebody messes with you, knock his block off. That's what they're telling. They're telling them how to get in trouble, how to put themselves in a situation.
What they supposed to tell them somebody's messing with them? What they supposed to say to them?
Well, if it was me, I'd tell my kids, look, I want you to be known for one thing.
Knockout orders.
No. If somebody bring you problems, you take and you go to the report them to the teacher and do it right in front of everybody. Report them. And send a message to everybody not to mess with you because they know what you're going to do. And you'll have less trouble. All that trying to fight them, gonna get you thrown out of school, gonna mess your grades up. And you're gonna end up with no career, not even a future. You don't teach your kids.
Say the teacher's not around.
You go to the principal. Or you come home.
But somebody hit you.
Buried.
What if you can't get them out for you? You supposed to let them beat you?
No, you fight back. If they on you like that, you fight back.
So somebody hit you in your mouth, you just gonna say, you tell your child to bury.
No.
And they'll knock out a tooth and lip bleed and all that, just turn the other cheek on.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have did it.
I'm not him. I went to prison. So I don't want him to go to prison.
Taking up for yourself don't necessarily end up in prison.
Well, it depends. My thing is to teach my kids peace. how to solve a problem without creating one, if you can. You know, not to, you know, you talk to them about stuff. Who's picking at you? This little dude, and I said, look, I said, here's how we're going to get dude out of the way real quick. I said, get dressed, we can go see his mama and his parents. And we're going to go see his parents now and tell him what he's doing that they don't know he's doing. We're going to get him checked. They going to check him.
No, not necessarily.
Well,
their parents might be like, get the hell out of my yard.
Okay, then we go to plan B. And we'll get social services. You know, 'cause I tape all this. I have all this shit recorded. You know, and then you got parents that trying to teach their kids to whoop other kids, right? And want social service to get a good little thing on it. I go to the next level. You don't want to talk to him? Well, I'm going to see if I can get the cost to get you to talk to him. I'm going to hit you with a lawsuit, right? And I bet that'll get you, get them bells ringing. But in any case, you know, my kid going to be allowed to attend school, study in peace, and get respected. And going to be looked upon as somebody not to mess with. They're not messing with him. Boy, they'll sue you and, yeah, sure will. But I just think there's other ways to go about stuff other than, I don't think these parents is really, they don't know. A lot of the parents actually don't know what to do. How about that? Have babies, but don't know how to raise them. You having babies because, what? Your girlfriend had a baby. The fact that she's a woman and she's able to have a baby. But can you raise that baby? And I don't have kids, and I'm glad. And that one part. But how would a parent feel knowing that your child is a murderer? Your child's a murderer, child molester, just what that, and you know that baby came from your seed, and it'll make you think that you are part of some sort of corrupt seed or something. Can't no child come out of me like that. You know, I don't have kids come out crazy. You know, it's something about that. That's a different story, but I know what it is, but I'm not even going there. It's another story, another chapter. But my thing is this, though. Then you got a situation where you got good parents. They really try to talk to the kids. But you got a kid that won't let that happen. So really, it goes down to a thing where I wouldn't know how to even speak on judging that situation, except that I'm glad I don't have no kids. And Jesus said a day is coming when the women that can't have kids is going to be called blessed. Because the world going to be that bad, man. It's going to be just, who wants to bring a child into a crazy place, you know, and take them through all this, man. I love y'all, and I want y'all to know that with all this ruckus going on, everybody want to go crazy. I just want some booty, man.
Like and subscribe. Y'all have a good evening.
In the other area, man. It's just like when you go down there and hit the power bag, I see somebody go down there, they do all that boom, boom, pop, pop. Motherfucker waste of time, man. Get on out of the way, man. I go down there and work on something.
You work on what?
Punches. Like, let's say if I lead with the left, I lead with the left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm switching up. Now I'm learning how to lead with the right. I'm going to lead with the right, just lead with the right. If I can throw my power hook with the left, learn to throw it with the right. That'll be the fake out, right?
Because you left-handed.
Yeah, motherfucker be like, watch that left hook. Watch it, but don't know I got a right one. You know, shit like that. So you work on shit. But you got people go down there and just hit the bag. Yeah, I got it. What do you work on, bro? And that's why me and Big E, we knocked Pope out that day. I knocked him out. Big E just knocked him down. But Pope was considered the baddest motherfucker in there at the time. His hands, right? Come on, Big E. And because I didn't like how he's training these young dudes out of Paducah. Pope sucked dicks anyway. I already know what he's on, right? He beating the shit out of him. I said, man, you ain't training them, dog. Man, Big E he said, come on, Pope. You know, we too cool for Big E. We're trying to do it. Big E big like you.
Mm-hmm.
Pope said, man, I can man do it. Put him on. Pope shot in, Big E hit him one time. Bam. Bounced him on that mat, right? I said, let's go, bro. Everybody on the court was hollering, Big E just knocked Pope down, man. Everybody stopped playing basketball and everything. So now Pope got small feelings. We leave the gym. Here he come, man. You know, I gotta get that back, big bro. I said, man, ain't no get back, man. He said, Fleece, you keep running your mouth, won't you put the girl? I said, I will. Big E said, no, don't do that. I said, man, I already know his style, man. I let him. You hear me?
So did Big E think you was going to lose or something?
No, he was like, he probably did. Because Pope's hand is deadly, right? But Big E fight, like, when he fight, he's used to fighting 4 or 5 motherfuckers. If it ain't 4 or 5 motherfuckers ganging him, he don't feel like he's been in a fight, right? Like, he'll go up and tell a motherfucker, I'm gonna fight you, you, and you, all y'all partners. I'm gonna knock all you motherfucking punk motherfuckers out, all this shit. And they be like, man, who? Bam! And everybody swinging, and he actually do what he said, right? But when I got Pope, Pope gave me a hug, right? He said, that's a good one, Fleece. Yeah, and I'm looking at him like this. You know, come on, nigga. Pope, I done seen the people you don't fought. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when he tried Kenny Wright, we on the walk. And Pope on his gay shit. So when we walking up and down the hall exercising, somebody is in his cell. So
Pope's cell?
No, Sis is in his own
cell.
cell.
His own cell, okay.
He didn't come out to exercise. So Pope pulling his dick out. No, Kenny was pulling his dick out. So Pope gonna holler at this nigga. Come on, Kenny. Nobody wanna see your dick, nigga. Something like that. He said, nigga, fuck you, Pope, or something like that. Pope said, bitch ass nigga, something like that. He's in the back. So you go in the back to fight, you know.
No cameras back there.
No, cameras right there. Guards gonna see it, but you in the back where it take them longer to break it up.
Ah, okay.
You know, you don't fight up there where they can just open the gate and break it up that quick. So Pope went back and put on he reached in his cell, put some shoes out, put some shoes on. I'm like, this shit. Kenny walked back up.
What was he supposed to do? Not put no shoes on?
Someone, yeah, he had flip-flops on, right? Well, they know Kenny know all that judo shit, right? And niggas cold that shit too, man. I mean, and nigga, he trips me out, man. And then he said, come on, Pope, come on. Didn't like that. And so the whole time, the girls hollering, get in your cell. The whole time, they running around doing this shit.
So they didn't even fight?
I said, I was so sick of this shit, right? Go on, how to add that in yourself. Johnson, please get it yourself. I said, man, fuck this shit. I ain't going nowhere. I want motherfuckers to kick my goddamn ass, man. I thought these motherfuckers gonna fight. Look at them. Posted, yeah. He'll drum back, king and kick out a little like that. He said, oh, nigga, all that shit. Ah, man, I tell you, boy. And when they gave they said, can you holler at me, Fleece? I said, what? He said, you got something to say? I tell you, don't try me, man. I thought that shit was funny. And it didn't go no problem. But I just, you got people that are like me and you. If we was in people be like, I tell you, if you get in a fight, you do damage. I mean damage. Now you ain't gonna lose, so motherfucker try you in her, you're not gonna lose first of all. And if I even think a motherfucker, even halfway you make a mistake or slip on something or anything, no, you ain't gonna lose. I'll be there. But when you get on one of them motherfuckers, see, people know you by that.
Yeah.
And that's why when you see fights like what they did, punch scare shit. Like mother do that in boxing ring. Mother get in there and just all that old shit. They scared. And I'm punch scared. So you got to be able to see through all this shit, man. See, what got me through that whole, like I told them on that Instagram thing, these motherfuckers try to send me to every prison in this motherfucker. They say no. We not gonna accept it. So I told him, I said, what did that tell you about me? But we can talk about the homeless people.